Fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today, as you can see, to kit up my next project. This may seem a little premature. I don't even know if I'm going to get to this project this month, but I decided that I would go ahead and kit it up. So I'm going to be kitting up what I hope will be my second kit for February, which is the Aquarius teacup from Bella Art. You can see it's 50 by 53 and it is a square. So I did take somebody's advice, and they said the next time that I had a kit with baggies that had the weights on them, which these do, to kind of separate them by weight so I would know which size containers they went in. So I did that, I think. I think I did that enough. Now I do have a couple of colors that I have more than one bag of. I've got this yellow AB, which I assume goes in the flowers. I've got this blue, which is one of the dark background colors, and then I've got 3 bags of 939, which again is probably a background color. And then I've got these laid here, so I'm going to be kitting some of them up in this size and some of them up in that size down. I've got 46 colors, and it does come with pre-cut stickers, which I normally cut the serial numbers off because I'm putting these on bottles, but since I'm using my Elizabeth Ward this time, I'm just going to leave them as they are. Okay, so for the first couple of colors, I'm going to use, definitely for the one that I have 3 bags of, I'm going to use this extra large size. So this is going to be number 27, which is 939. And these stickers are going to be bigger than my washi tape in a lot of cases, but that's okay. I'm going to just leave it like that, and then we'll see how many different ones I'm going to need, because that looks like about half of that size. And I have 3 bags of this color. So I don't know if I can get all 3 bags in here. Plus there's a lot of static. Get those pushed down in there. So I can get some in there, but not enough. So I might have to use one of these for the overflow. And I know lots of people always talk about leaving it in the bag until they need it or whatever, so they don't have 2 containers. I just don't like doing it that way. I would rather have everything floating around in a couple of different size containers than be trying to keep track of where another bag is with all of them in it. So those can go there. And then I've got this one that has 2 colors, and that almost filled up one. So I think I'll try and do this, and we'll see how full this one is. And then maybe we'll see if we can get the last bag of 2 into the size down from this. Oh, I need this sticker for this. Number 22 is 823. So let me put this sticker on here before I forget. And I like working on the Bella Art diamond kits. I've done a couple of these teacups already. Ooh, that almost filled up that one. I wonder if that's how it's going to be with my ABs. Let's see if I can get them both in here. I won't put the sticker on yet because we'll see. Maybe I need to go grab the 3rd one of that size, the extra large size, because one bag is fuller than the other. Might be a close fit. Yeah, okay, let me grab, so what number is this? 45. Let me put the sticker on this one because I am going to need one this big size. I'm glad I didn't put the sticker on it because that would not have worked. Definitely needed the bigger one for that. So, okay. Now, everything else that I have only has 1 bag, and these 3 look like they're the most. And then this one. Ooh, actually, I think that one could probably go up there. Okay, so let's do these 3. So I need 3756, and these do go pretty quickly even if they are square, just because they're not as large. 50 by 53 is, sad to say, a smaller kit for me. Ooh, a little bit of static with this one. Okay, a little bit more static than I want in some of those, but nothing to be done about that, I suppose. It's actually a little bit warmer here today than it has been, and hopefully it's going to continue to warm up and melt some of the snow. I'm sure we'll have some more coming through, but all right, that one wasn't too bad. Let's have some more like that. texting with my nephew, and he was asking me what the weather was like, and I said, oh, it's not too bad today. It's only 15 degrees, and he was, 15 degrees? That sounds terrible. And I was like, it's actually not too bad, and that was early in the morning, so it did actually warm up some, but it was kind of funny. It's going to be 50 something, I think, is their highs over the next week or so where they are. Okay, so there's those two. Then this one, I think, needs to go in this size. And then I think all the rest of them can go in this size. Put the sticker on 820. And then I need to clean up some of my mess and move some of these bags out of the way because I have to go put them in recycling. So that one probably could have gone in a smaller container, but that's okay. Just means all of these are going to fit in that. I do have a couple of extra of these just in case there are some that won't fit in these tiny ones. Once again, mostly I just like having all of these in one tray. Oh, that one was nice. Let's hope there's more like that, because if I get more like this, then it will go faster. Because it's hard to tell. Some of them, you think there's not a lot of static, and then you get this, and there actually is. Okay, that one's a little staticky. And it is a smaller kit, so it doesn't have all of as many colors as some of the ones I've been working on lately. So I think for most of the rest of these, they're going to be small enough amounts that I can put them on in these small containers. So let me just get some of these stickers put on here. The Bella Art stickers are a little bit too big for this size of Elizabeth board, but they'll stay on good enough for me to work with them. And I also do like that number 1 is number 1, number 2 is number 2, etc. That does make it easier. And then after they get done with numbers, it moves on into the alphabet. And they do try to avoid doing any alphabetical symbols that might be confusing, like having a B with a 3 or something like that. So you can see they start to come off a little bit, but they'll stick on there long enough for me to work the kit as I handle the containers while I'm working. Ones with not very many drills on them are pretty staticky. Let's hope it doesn't go like this for all of them. So I'm assuming, like I said, most of the rest of these are going to go in these smaller containers. So most of the colors I've already done are the colors that are going to be the background colors. There's one stuck on my thumb there. Trying to press down the stickers again as I work with the containers just to make sure that everything is sticking good. I don't want the stickers to come off and then I don't know what color is where. That would be bad. Why some of these just don't want to come out. I'm actually wondering now, with only 46 colors, I probably could have put these in a bottle case instead of doing it this way, but I just like my Elizabeth boards better, for one thing. And because I had so many bags of the background colors, I thought I would end up running out of bottles for the larger quantities of drills, because I probably would have had 4 or 5 bottles just for the 939 with the amount of drills there are. Let's get these all in here. Some of these don't have any static at all, and some do, which is weird. Like they've all been stored in the same place in the same temperatures. How come some of the bags do and some of the bags don't? I'm sure there's a scientific explanation. So I did have some of this size saved out in case I needed it. I guess I'll find out if I'm going to have enough of these small size containers. I pulled from 2 different trays and I thought that would be enough, but now I'm wondering. Because like I said, a lot of them that I have are still being used in my Christmas shop one that I still have kitted up. Because obviously I'm not going to kit it down until I'm finished with it. Maybe that'll be some incentive for me to finish it sooner rather than later. Let's see how this goes. Trying to get all these in here. Some of them have hardly any drills at all. So maybe I'll go and check. Like I'm pretty sure I have some square ABs in this color, or maybe even some fairy dust. Oh, I definitely think I'm going to run out of this size and have to go find some more. Definitely some static in that one. It definitely feels like a waste of a container just to have that many drills of a color. Let's see how many of these I can do before I run out. Let's see how many of these I can do before I run out. And I need to go get some more of the smaller ones. I suppose I have room to use some of the larger ones if I want to, but I want to see if I have any more of the smaller ones first. That'll give me time to tidy away some of the plastic anyway. All right. At least I can recycle the plastic bags. I think I'd feel even worse if I couldn't recycle those. Okay, I like that pink color. I don't think I realized how dark this kit was with all the dark background colors, because I think, trying to remember if the Sip of Sunshine that I did or the, what was the other one I did? Sip of Sunshine was the one with the butterfly. Oh, the Yarn Crafter's Delight. If that one had, I think the Yarn Crafter's Delight was more pastel, so it had like pastel background, but I guess the other one, Sip of Sunshine, did have a dark background. All right, so that's 2 rows of those small ones. And I still have all of these colors left. And then I get to my AB. So let me go see if I can scrounge up some more of the small containers and throw away some of my trash, and I'll be right back. Okay, I managed to scare up some more of the small size so I can get all the stickers put on here. I think I have enough to finish all of these colors. Oh yeah, I do. Oh, I do. I'll actually have some of those left over, which is nice, in case I want to kit up a third project, which probably isn't going to happen. I'm going to assume that my, whoa, okay, I guess there was a little bit of static in that one. That one in there. I think that's all of them for that one. Let's see if I can do the rest of these without having them fly every place. Must be quitting time because all the big heavy trucks are driving home on the road. We haven't had any more snow, which is nice. At least not yet. Like I said, they keep saying we're going to have a big storm, but hasn't happened so far. Hubby and I were watching some of the news reports from, was it down in Florida where they were having, or maybe it wasn't Florida, maybe it was North Carolina, having a bunch of snow over the weekend. And other parts of Canada are getting snow, just not where we are. Other parts of our province are getting snow, but I told my husband I was talking to my nephew and that it was 15 today, so it was getting warmer. And he said, oh, so you're getting used to it. And I said, no. I mean, I'm getting used to the temperatures being colder. I'm not getting used to the cold temperatures, if that makes sense. We were talking about maybe going up, driving into one of the bigger towns and doing some shopping. Okay, so that's the last of the stickers. They are all empty. I'll probably cut this off and save this row that's cut. Or maybe not. I don't know. I may just toss them. Okay, hopefully these last ABs will okay, because for whatever reason, the ABs never seem to get staticky as bad as other drills. I don't know why. I'm assuming it has something to do with the coating on them. I do definitely want to go and look and see if I have any fairy dust drills in any of these colors. All right, last bag, last color. Ooh, are those all going to fit in there? Yes, okay. All right, let me get all this cleared off and I'll be right back. And I just realized that I forgot to start my timer because I was going to start including the kitting up process in my diamond painting hours. I actually forgot to do that for the first 2 kits in January. I did remember to do it for the sleepy time kit, so I guess I'll just see how long this video is and I'll know that's how long it took me to kit up, right? You can see I'm going through and pressing all these down again just to make sure they don't come off while I'm waiting to work on this kit. So here is the tray for my Aquarius teacup kit. You can see It's got all of this black background or dark blue background, and then all the blues in the cup. There's waves and flowers, and then the Aquarius symbol on the little tag there for the tea bag. I do want to go through and see if I have any of the fairy dust drills or ABs for some of these colors. I do have 5 ABs in it already, but I think I added in more than that when I did the other teacup, so I'm going to do the same thing as well, I think, and just see. So when you see this again, it'll probably have some ABs added in here. So this is my cute little tray. I do have all the dark background colors here, but then I've got a bunch of yellow ABs for the flowers, and then I've got all of these other nice little kind of rainbow colors. So there's purples, greens, yellows, blues, reds, pinks, oranges. So I've got a little bit of everything. So if you guys have done any of the teacups, let me know. Like I said, I've already done the 2 previous ones, but I think there's a whole zodiac series by this artist. So let me know if you've done any of them or if you've done any other Bella art and what you thought of them. I really like Bella art. I like both their rounds and their squares. I think they're both great. I think they do a good job, and they're owned by a veteran, so it's always nice to give them a little boost if you can. I don't know how much I'll be able to order from them now that I'm in Canada because shipping is crazy, but highly recommend. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.